Welcome to Bearcat Update. I'm Alex Sanchez, and it looks like you're stuck with me today. I think Jenny got stuck in the snowstorm, but the show must go on. And today on the show, we are bringing you your latest Bearcat sports news. The Northwest football team went on the Michigan tour for the 2 rounds of the playoffs. After a competitive performance at Grand Valley for the first round, they headed to Ferris State to take on the Bulldogs. Our reporter Nolan Brooks caught up with the players about the season. Nolan?
Despite the season ending earlier than they wanted, the football team performed well. I caught up with Josh Caldwell, Isaiah Strayhorn, Alec Tatum, and Chama Pierre to find out what this season meant to them personally, even though it is now over.
You know, it's been a roller coaster, been a lot of ups, a lot of downs. You know, I hope to go undefeated, which you know that didn't happen. But I feel like we got back on track and put ourselves in a situation to win a conference and play in the national playoffs. So like I said, it's been up and down, but I feel like I adjusted to it well.
I've been on like Josh said, I've been on a roller coaster journey coming from a junior college. So being able to have the opportunity to come out here and play on such a great team with good coaches, it's a blessing, and I'm just happy for my opportunity that I've been given.
My second year, it's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot since last year being my first year playing, and it's been a really good time. I've had a lot of fun, seen a lot more time on the field and a bigger role, so it's been cool. I've enjoyed it.
Just coming back, it was just something I was really looking forward to, and so it's just been really special, being there with the guys and all that, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else. It's like a family.
With Caldwell graduating, Strayhorn is stepping into the leadership role.
I'm going to do just that. I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to lead our younger guys. I'm going to bring everybody together and do what I got to do to make my voice something that will impact our team and help us win.
How a player is affected by a program varies. So what exactly has the program done for players like Caldwell?
I feel like it definitely challenged me, to step outside of my comfort zone, to accept change and to embrace change. I feel like, I leave this place with, relationships that I've built over this past semester, that I'll, carry with me for, a long time after this, hopefully, and, it's just been nothing but a blessing.
With the season ending, Tatum and Pierre now look to next season and how to improve their game overall.
Goals for me moving forward would be just to continue to get better every day. Get faster is one of my big goals. Obviously bigger, stronger, better routes. Just every aspect of the game of football, and being a receiver, I want to be the best at and work hard to achieve that.
For me, it would just have to be, I have to get tougher mentally. As I said, with the cold weather and all that, things get tougher, they get harder. So you just have to develop that mentality that no matter what, no matter how cold it is, I'm going to go out there every day for practice and do my job and do it well.
From the first day of camp until the clock struck zeros on the Bearcat season, the players laid it all on the line, win or loss. For Bearcat Update, I'm Nolan Brooks.
Gracias, Nolan. In the first round, the boys took on Grand Valley, taking turns putting up points on the scoreboard. Once we hit the fourth quarter, we were not looking back. We rushed for 356 yards and held a 270-yard average Lakers team to just 128 yards through the air. The defense was on fire with Austin Escu's 3 sacks, Jack Richards' 2 interceptions, and with Ben Althoff's having a team best 12 tackles. The Cats ended the game on top 42-17. This past Saturday was a different story. The Cats had a rough start but ended up closing the gap. After a 51-yard pass to LaTroy Harper, the Cats scored from the 2-yard line, cutting to Ferris State lead 27-21. With 14 seconds left in the game, Parker Sampson took the field for the onside kick, which was recovered by our very own Marcus Andrews. On the 34-yard line with 5 seconds to play, the Cats couldn't pull it out and fell to the second-ranked Bulldogs 27-21. The boys ended their season with a 10-3 record. Bearcat Update wants to congratulate you guys on a great season. It was fun to watch you, and I feel like they're going to be another powerhouse to deal with next year too. Our BCU analyst John Walker is taking a look at next year's team. John, what do you think?
Okay, now unfortunately Northwest's season ended last week against powerhouse Ferris State, but John, is it really too early to start talking about next year? A final record of 10-3 and a loss in the second round of the playoffs isn't exactly what Rich Wright had in mind for his loaded Bearcat team, but it's still not too bad of a finish with a share of the conference championship. Looking ahead to next year, it'll be a lot of upside for the Bearcats. Quarterback Braden Wright will be a sophomore, back for his second season of action. Isaiah Strayhorn will be back for his senior campaign. The defense is going to have to put a little bit of work into it. You know, they're going to replace a lot of seniors, key D linemen, and a lot in the secondary that we saw this year with Jack Richards and all of them. But the unit I expect to do the most damage for the Bearcats next year is going to be the receiving corps. With Marcus Andrews, Cody Massey, Alec Tatum, and then sophomore LaTroy Harper coming back, I don't see Braden Wright having any problems finding his weapons week in and week out. If I have to make a hot take, I say that Northwest finishes next season with only 2 losses and another share of the MIAA Conference Championship. Take the 2 losses wherever you want them, however you want them, but that's what I'm going to go ahead and say. That is my way too early look into Rich Wright's 3rd year as his head coach of the Bearcats. Back to you, Alex.
Well, I can't wait to see what the team brings to the table next year. We are going to take a quick break, but stick around. We have more Bearcat sports up next. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. Northwest basketball has hit the ground running. The boys took on Truman State for their home opener. Trevor Hudgens led the team with 28 points, and Joey Withers wasn't too far behind with 26. The boys grabbed the win 87-60. Up next, they headed down to Kansas City to take on Illinois Springfield. Joey Withers could not be stopped, scoring a career-high 33 points, and Ryan Hawkins grabbing his 3rd double-double of the year. Let me just say something, fly that W, because they win 85-66. Post-Turkey Day dinner, the boys were back in action at home against Tabor College. Not much different in this game. Ryan Welty hitting 7 of 10 3-pointers, leading the Cats to another win over the Blue Jays, 93-43. This win moves their record to 7-0. The second nationally ranked Cats will be home again this Saturday, taking on Midland. We throw it back to our BCU analyst. John, what do you think the season will be looking like for the boys?
After a first-round loss to Minnesota State in last year's NCAA tournament, Ben McCollum's team was looking for a way to get back on track to start the new year. They came into the season projected to place 2nd in the MIAA in the coaches poll and 1st in the media poll, with Missouri Southern right behind them at 2nd. Alongside this preseason accomplishment, the Bearcats were ranked 5th in all of Division II basketball. They were put to the test early in the season in the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame Classic to start the year in St. Joseph, but the Bearcats were able to squeak out a couple of wins against both of the teams that played in last year's national championship. That includes a 100-86 win over the reigning champs Ferris State. Even since then, it's been all Bearcats. Northwest is currently sitting at 7-0 on the year, like Alex said, with no signs of slowing down whatsoever. November is the month of the Bearcat, it seems like. Northwest has won 22 straight games in the month of November. You would have to go back to November 19th of 2015, that's right, 3 years ago, to find the last time that they trailed and lost the game in the first month of the season. In their 5 games since the Hall of Fame Classic, the Bearcats are winning their games by an average of 26 points. That includes a 93-43 win over the Blue Jays of Tabor College. This team, led by redshirt freshman Trevor Hudgens and senior Joey Withers, has found their identity from the transition game alongside the 3-point line, where it seems they live or die. They're living at the moment with their 7-0 record, shooting 44% from the arch. The tandem duo of Hudgens and true freshman Diego Bernard has been a fantastic young backcourt so far this year. And then alongside that, Joey Withers, who averages 24 and 3, has been nothing short of great in his senior campaign. Northwest has also found their way to 2nd in the nation in the polls, and they lead the MIAA right there. They've got some teams right on their tail. You can tell Missouri Southern, who they're kind of in this battle with between the media and the coaches poll preseason. They were projected to go 1-2. Pitt State and Washburn, as well as Central Missouri, are teams that you could see were stacked up at the beginning in the coaches and media polls. It's really kind of the same scenario with football. Anything could happen with any of these teams, but Northwest has the hot hand right now. As always, you can check out my Twitter for the latest updates and rankings/standings for the Bearcats. They'll have the week off until Saturday when they come back to Bearcat Arena to take on Midland University. That looks like that's going to be it for Bearcat basketball. Back to you in the studio, Alex.
Thanks, John. The women were in action in St. Joe at the Thanksgiving Classic this past weekend. Friday, they took on William Jewell College. Kaylana Mayava led the team with 14 points, but William Jewell closed the game with a 15-0 run, topping the Cats 67-43. They continued the Classic on Saturday against St. Mary's. The girls weren't only hitting their shots, but didn't allow any player from St. Mary to break 5 points or allow them to score double digits in any quarter. The girls take the game 73-23. This is the least amount of points Northwest has allowed since the Bearcats beat Missouri Western 104-19 in 1975. The girls will begin a 5-game home stretch starting on Saturday against Nebraska Christian. Although there may be a couple of inches of snow on the ground, that does not mean cross-country team season is over. Karim Achengli will be traveling to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to compete at the NCAA Championship. Let's see what he has to say.
So, upcoming nationals cross-country, my goal is to become an All-American. Yeah, so it will be really nice to be an All-American in that cross-country field with all the best athletes in the nation.
That leads me to my pick of the week. Karim has blown up Division Dos, and I look forward to seeing how he competes with everyone across the country at Nationals on Saturday. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Bearcat Update. You can follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8 or watch all of our previous episodes on YouTube at KNWT8. Thanks for watching and have a great night. Oh hey, didn't see you there. You made it to the end of the video. To watch last week's episode, click right here. To watch previous episodes, click right here.